you don't have good income, adulting sucks. Let's talk about adulting, bro. Let's talk about adulting. I think I enjoyed adulting. For me, 100%. 5 out of 5. 5 stars. No drama. I loved adulting, bro. But, here's the thing. I think my situation was unique. I think I'm very lucky. First of all, I don't have family problems when I started adulting. So, I live with a good family relationship with my parents. So that's not a problem. Which from what I heard, isn't that common. I hear a lot of horror stories when it comes to family problems. So, that's out of the question for me. Okay? So, I'm very lucky in that part. Also, another thing, and for me is probably one of the biggest factors that could affect your adulting and make it either a good or bad experience, which is income. If you don't have good income, adulting fucking sucks. You know why? You know why that is? Because as a kid, we always dreamed about adulting because we see adults doing things that we need permission for, right? We see adults going out, buying stuff they want because, you know, they have that liberty. But adulting without good income is like trying to live that dream, but without the perks. Like, you know, you don't get the freedom to get things you want, but you also get the cons of it. You get to do the chores, have the responsibilities, have all that burden upon your shoulder without the perks. You work your ass off and you have to save up to get something you want, right? So I think good income is very, very crucial when it comes to your adulting experience. I am very lucky that I had a job that pays well and also gives me freedom, time freedom. But you know, I'm a freelancer, so I don't have a schedule. I don't have to like clock in, clock out. So I have the freedom of time, and I also earn pretty well, like for my age, at least in the Philippines. Also, that's the thing, because we're in the Philippines, it's kind of cheap here. I'm lucky about that. So my situation is very, very lucky because, first of all, I have no family problems. I have good income. Additionally, I have scholarship, so I don't spend anything at school. On the contrary, the government pays me to go to school. So there's another flow of income from me. And number 4, I have all the base skills when it comes to living alone and adulting. I know how to do pretty much all the chores, and cooking was my hobby. If cooking wasn't your hobby, you're gonna spend a lot of money just getting takeout or food from restaurants and shit. And also, if you don't love cooking and you cook out of necessity, it's gonna feel miserable. It's gonna feel sad because you're doing it as a chore and not as something that you enjoy. So yeah, for me, I feel like those 4 things just happen to line up perfectly for me. That's why my experience in adulting is just 5 out of 5. It's just perfect, man. I love it. I was able to do everything I want. I have the freedom. I have the money to do whatever I want. I was able to indulge in all my hobbies. Pretty much everything I want to do, I was able to do. And also I had the privacy, I had the freedom to do everything. So, if you don't have those 4 things checked out, especially income, I think adulting would suck.